What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new here and you want to talk movies, you like to talk movies, shows, trailers, anything related in that field, or shoot, if you ever just need someone to have a discussion with, do some trivia, talk about something, we can go ahead and do a video together. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button and let's support each other. All right, so let's get straight to it. Spider-Man No Way Home, probably the most anticipated movie of the year. That's what it's looking like. I'm gonna keep it brief, short and sweet, no spoilers, but I will get into spoilers halfway through. I will have a second half of this video. I will get into spoilers. I will give you guys a warning, don't worry. All right, so we all know the plot. After Far From Home, everyone knows Peter is Spider-Man. So now he goes to Doctor Strange to try and do the spell where everyone forgets. And the spell goes wrong and all these villains from other universes start coming in. So then Peter has to take care of that. Being that it's an MCU movie, you do have that MCU humor like we've seen many times before. And seeing that humor with the majority of the villains was surprising in a way. I just somehow thought it didn't fit with how from the first time that we saw that character. The only one that it did work with was Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx as Electro was hilarious. Like it fit so well. Just seeing the Electro that we got with Sony's Amazing Spider-Man and comparing it to this one, to the one that the MCU gave us, it's completely different, but I like him more than his first version that I saw. To me, the movie covers all your basics. You have your action, you have your emotional moments, but through some of the moments you do get that humor trying to get shoehorned in there, and sometimes it gets in the way of some moments where are very meaningful, but then you gotta break it up with the humor. But for the majority of the part, it does work, but there are some moments where like okay, you had to show up, you know, you had to put humor in there, like really, like we were doing this so well. Another thing that this movie has is nostalgia. Like a lot of the majority of their characters, the villains especially, they had them say one of their most iconic lines from their previous movies, and they did that a lot. There was just a lot of nostalgia in this movie when it came, especially with the villains. That could be a problem for some folks, but I don't see it as a problem for the majority, because this is all pretty much a lot of fan service and it works. I do see it as fan service, but in a way where they tie that into the plot in a way that it makes sense. So you kill two birds with one stone. But some people might see it as just a bunch of nostalgia and fan service, and I understand if people do view it that way. But the fact that a lot of people have fallen in love with all these franchises, all the iterations that they did of the character, I don't think people are just gonna see it as a problem. We're just gonna just let that slide, and everybody's just gonna fanboy out, honestly. You have a pretty good reason to, because you have a lot of characters that we've all known and we've all liked through all these movies, all the iterations of them, so you can't help but love this movie. Another problem that I found was that the villain, I won't say who or which one, but the one villain that they chose to kind of just be in the upfront, to be the head threat as opposed from the rest of the villains, he wasn't really there. I mean, he showed up and you kind of knew that this person was going to do that sort of plot twist towards the end. And then next thing you know, he disappears and he doesn't show up until the very last battle. There were a couple of those characters that were just on the side. They didn't really have much to do. But then again, it's understandable, but it's something to consider because you have all these characters. You can't really give them all that screen time. I mean, come on. We learned already from the Raimi universe what happened, and then also it happened again when we did Amazing Spider-Man 2. I feel like it's some sort of tradition. There's this tradition of ending every Spider-Man film with a funeral just like that, and then there's also every time we're getting to either that third film especially, that we have to have a whole bunch of people show up, and it just kind of convolutes the thing. So I think I'm gonna stop it right there in terms of no spoilers. Now I'm gonna get into some spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, I suggest you stop this video right now, and thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing, but if you just don't care, if you've already seen it, then go ahead and stick around. All right, so let's talk some spoilers. Everything that we've known, everything that we've heard of for the past year and a half, it's all true. We all knew it. I guess at sometimes I was doubting. I was like, is this really just a big hoax? Did we all just get trolled really bad? Kind of like the time that we thought Mephisto was showing up in WandaVision. And no, it's true. Toby, Andrew, they're in this thing. I mean, we all knew it since the start. I mean, I know we had our doubts, but then especially when we saw those interviews with Andrew, I was like, yeah, Andrew, You're a good actor, but you're not selling it when you're trying to lie your way out. Audiences in the movie theater were clapping. When Andrew came out of that portal, people clapped. When Tobey came out, people clapped, I think even louder. And it was just cool. It was just really great to see them all together, and just the way that those three characters, even though they're the same character, but the way that they were interacting on screen, it was really funny. It was really great to see them bond. There are some things that I believe we got trolled. Like I thought that new black suit, the black and gold suit, I thought that was actually a brand new suit that was made from like Doctor Strange powers or something, but it turns out that it's just Peter's suit inside out. He does have something attached to from Doctor Strange in order to catch the villains, but the suit itself is not anything new, it's just inside out. So we got trolled on that. Also, I think there was some talk about Doc Ock's tentacles, that they were made with Stark Tech nanotech from Stark Technologies, and technically, yeah, that is true, but it wasn't anything that he got from Stark Tech, the building itself, or anything directly. It was just something that was passed on because he just smashed Peter against the wall, like from that bridge scene, and then all that nanotech managed to just transfer over. Oh yeah, and of course that scene from the trailer when you see Sandman, Electro, and the Lizard jumping at Peter, and that scene, that part where the Lizard, it looks like he got kicked or something. Yeah, all the rest of the Spider-Man, Andrew and Tobey, they were photoshopped or CGI'd out, I don't know, whatever program they used. But that was them in that scene. And of course, the moment where MJ is falling and Peter's not able to get to her, just exactly as a lot of people predicted, Andrew came to the rescue and he got all emotional, and it's because he got to do, you know, what he failed to do in his universe when Gwen died. This is part of the movie where it was really touching, and I really love to see where they all come to Peter to help him out, and Peter's just losing it. He's just ready to give up. He's full of anger. He wants to kill Goblin. And they're all Andrew and Tobey are telling him, hey, you know, I lost some stuff too. I lost people, and I got into a period of darkness. But you know what? It's not going to help you. So it was a way to call back to all those emotional moments that we got from the two other franchises. But in the end, I had a really good time. I had a few problems with the film. I do acknowledge the issues, but at this point, you kind of just don't care because it was just hyped up so much. And it's just a really cool franchise that everyone just enjoys watching. And I hope that it is true that if they sign Tom Holland for 3 more movies, because this franchise is just incredible, it's amazing, and therefore I will say that Spider-Man No Way Home is classic worthy.
Instant classic! Genius, genius, genius!
I saw Spider-Man No Way Home. If you've seen it or if you're gonna see it, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. If you want to participate in a movie trivia challenge or just a movie discussion, go ahead and let me know in the comments as well. Shoot me an email or send me a DM on Instagram. All that info, you can find it on my channel info below. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Smash the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep watching this channel and keep watching movies.